All right, this is fairly important right now, to be honest with you. So what's happening right now is we broke the trend line. We're coming up to these most recent lows, you know, right there. Okay? We're coming up to these most recent lows. If we definitively break these lows, it's probably game on to the downside. All right, it's probably very definitive game on to the downside in Bitcoin. And what does that mean, definitive game to the downside? Well, the selling is going to keep going until it stops. That's what that means. Now, in terms of price point, we talked about this 5,000 level right now being our immediate downside target. That's our immediate 5,000. That's an immediate actual target to the downside. I don't mean in this candle, but I mean in this move. And I mean, we've seen how long these moves can take. So let's extrapolate this like that. Okay? Let's extrapolate this move in terms of its angle of descent and its price movement, and that takes you back down here to 5,000 at about and that takes us back there in about July 1st. So, chopping around, moving here, moving lower, basing a little bit a couple times, and moving lower. So, that's right, PGS. 5K at the end of the power hour. What am I talking about? It's like this. Let me go to the 5-minute chart. Let me go to the 5-minute chart and draw that candle in this immediate candle. I agree with you. That's funny. Okay, there we go. So you can do exercises like this, and they tend to work out fairly well. I mean, it's not perfect. You can take the measured move here off of this point and the breakdown here, and you can see it correlates fairly well. I mean, it's not perfect, but it correlates fairly well. Gives you some kind of an expectation of when it can be. And I've said this a couple times, not a lot, but the hardest part to technical analysis that I never really thought of, well, I guess I have thought about it, but is the time component. The time component is extremely difficult to gauge. And in my stock trades, I'm big into options, as you guys know, and I really, really have to take the time component into consideration, and that is always the hardest part by a factor of 100, to be honest with you, to try to really nail that time component. And when I get it right, guys, it's ridiculous. But at least in stocks, there's no big benefit to being right in crypto in terms of the time. It's just, I don't know why people are so, when's Bitcoin going to bottom? I have no freaking idea. But anyway, the time is the hardest to gauge, but by using this type of a measured move scenario where you already have a well-defined move, you can use it as a form of a gauge, okay? So what we know now is that you shouldn't be too scared about Bitcoin 5K today, tomorrow, the next day, 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 the next day. We're looking weeks. This is going to take a couple weeks to play out. These moves don't happen extraordinarily quickly. Now we can, that being said, this was a hell of a day. That being said, this was a hell of a day. If you if you guys were around with me back then, Bitcoin can do some crazy-ish. I will say that. It can do some crazy-ish, but I don't think that's necessarily what's going to happen immediately right now. But guys, if volume gets bigger and bigger and bigger, I'm going to be wrong, and we're going to crash here. But we got to see volume get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay? We got to see the high volume. And the volume is going to, like we talk about, volume does three things, right? It causes bottoms, it causes tops, and it causes breakouts. Well, right now we have breakout volume, and if you go to like the daily, so let's see what this does to our volume on the daily. We just talked about it wasn't that big. Maybe we are going to get that big volume. Woohoo! Eat it, bulls. God, I really just, I don't know. I'm excited. I'm heated about this, guys. Really wish I had a crap load more money. I'm up 232% on my BitMEX short. It's like, why didn't I put more money in? It's always, you never have enough money in your position when you're making money, and you always have too much money in your position when you're losing money. That's trading. That's general trading. That's general trading. And I really can't find I couldn't find a good rationale for piling money into BitMEX other than losing all of that money, because BitMEX is a platform that is very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. Yeah, not looking good here, guys. Not looking super great. Even this 15-minute candle getting bought up here a little bit. Man, look at that volume. 1 minute left in this 15-minute candle. This is going to be a bad mojo candle. And look what happened here. Look at this big selling candle here. If this is kind of, if we're going to measure, let's see if we measure move this, what's going to happen. Oh, you know what? We did that. We've already done that. I don't know if we did it in here, but I've done it in my other videos. We can measure move this. Probably down here to 68.47 is the measured move of this particular move. We could get down here to 68.47. That could be where we get to right now. That could be where we get to right now in the moment. Oh, I wish I didn't have to go to frickin' Sedona today. Damn it. Oh. You guys still with me? Haven't seen a comment in a while. Making sure it's just not me here talking to myself. Yeah, what other questions do you guys have for the day here? Anything, I don't know, what's the weather like on your side of town? I don't know. I don't know. Bitcoin's selling off in crazy amounts. What are you doing? Everyone's staring at the chart right now. Absolutely, it's something to behold. You know, when Bitcoin does these types of movements, it is it's something to behold. You don't see it very often, especially coming out of a choppy market. And you know, this is kind of interesting. I've had this rectangle up here for a while. Ooh, are we getting down there? Guys, we're getting down there. We're getting down to breaking my rectangle. Wow. Well, I don't have any trades right now, Constantine. I'm cash except for my short in BitMEX. And it's way too small of a short. I need a lot more money in that position. I just don't have it. Spreadsheet link isn't working for you. That's interesting. These links generally don't change. I'll post it for you here, buddy. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to come up with a trading plan, guys. We're getting close to breaking this rectangle, and when we break this rectangle and we get a consolidation and a bounce, I'm shorting the ever living shit out of this thing. Yep. There you go, Ted. Weather report: rainy 55 Pennsylvania. Sunny 90 Arizona. Sunny 90 Arizona. So this implies a move down here to the 6,800 level. We'll see if we can hold support down here, though. If this support doesn't hold, guys, like I said, it's a blow through. It's not a link on the site? Oh, I didn't know that. I was not aware of that. I thought I made it a link. Thanks for letting me know that. I'll fix that right away. Tethering up. You weren't already tethered in Monkeytron? You weren't already in Tether? I don't. Wow. I thought you would be. I thought you'd be in Tether already, my friend. All right, guys. I'm gonna have to call it quits here. Gonna have to get ready to go up to Sedona and go do some wedding stuff. You know, I'm gonna have to get that sticker back up that says "You are always right." I'm just gonna have to leave it there. I'm just gonna have to leave it there. Let me work on this link here. I did have underlined text. Oh, it took the when I underlined it, it omitted the link. Ew. Let's see if that's better. Okay, I got an H3 inside of, and then an A tag, and then spreadsheet link, and then it's within the A tag. Okay, so it should be. I'm going to update that right now anyways. All right, guys, be safe out there in cryptocurrency land. If you guys have altcoins and have not distributed some positions, you need to know when you're going to distribute. If you still have that Bitcoin position, I would consider thinking about starting to distribute. You don't have to sell all of it too. If you are one of those longer term holders and you are still holding bags, let's go back out to the daily chart. We are starting to break down from this triangle. Let me just clear all my trend lines here. You know, we are starting to roll over here. This has not been bullish action. We are starting to roll over here for the first time. This is extremely. This is one of those moments in Bitcoin where, I mean, especially because we've been waiting for this stupid thing to break since February. We're waiting since February for you to frickin', really, really roll down, and it looks like it's starting that. This could be one of those moments in Bitcoin where, we've talked about high quality setups. We've talked about being ready in the moment and taking the trade. This is one of those times, to be honest with you. This big trend line being broken is one of those times. If this fails on us, so be it. It's a trade, so be it. I don't really care. But you have to act in the moment, and this is kind of the moment right now if you're shorting Bitcoin. If you're long Bitcoin, you really need to consider getting out of that position, at least selling partial. If you want to sell 25 here, and if we definitively break these lows here, sell another 25. If you want to distribute on the way down here to 64 or something, however you want to play that strategy. But this isn't good, guys. This is not healthy action in Bitcoin, and I can't wait to see all those bulls' faces. Can't wait to see them all, guys. Well, hopefully you guys are cash. Hopefully, looks like me's all in cash. Good job there, me. Yeah, we'll see if we roll over and I look like an idiot, but charts aren't implying that right now, guys. Charts are not implying that. Be ready for a bear summer. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks for joining me here today. Thank you for the new subscribers that joined off of last night's other live stream that I did, the Extreme Stream. Thanks for joining me here. Hope you guys were able to catch this, and hope you guys had some defensive stops in place. All right, guys, have a good day. I will see you tomorrow.